And here's the latest example of how Putin is influencing his neighborhood. This is a story from Lithuania, a country in northeastern Europe, in the Baltic region. It is home to less than 3 million people, and it is one of the 3 Baltic countries, the other 2 being Latvia and Estonia. These 3 Baltic nations are located at a critical junction. They lie at Russia's border. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, the Baltic nations were scared. They feared that they could be next. So they've been clamoring for protection. All 3 are already NATO members. They joined the alliance in 2004, but their proximity to Russia makes them wary. They want support from the other NATO member countries. And not just in terms of weapons. Lithuania has gone one step further. It wants a permanent troop presence, soldiers to bolster its armed forces. And one NATO member in particular has been keen to help.
Germany is firmly on the side of the Baltic states, and there are many reasons for this. But it is very important that we make it very clear, this is a serious commitment.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz was in Lithuania yesterday. He was observing a NATO military exercise, the Grand Quadriga. It's a NATO drill being held in Lithuania, but led by the German military. There was a multinational contingent of troops involved, but some 20-odd German soldiers stand out, not because of their skill, but because of what they represent.
And secondly, we are stationing a brigade in Lithuania. On my journey here this morning, I took another look at the situation in Lithuania and visited our troops there. And this commitment, our commitment, shows how determined Germany, how determined NATO is to defend the alliance against any aggression.
Germany is permanently stationing a brigade in Lithuania. The German troops arrived here last month. It was a milestone. For the first time since the Second World War, Germany is permanently stationing troops in another country. This hasn't happened since the defeat of Hitler and the Nazis. Back in the 1930s and 40s, Nazi troops spread across all of Europe. Lithuania was not spared either. It was occupied between 1941 and 1944. The Nazis were defeated the following year in 1945, but sadly for Lithuania, it did not get freedom. Before the fall of Hitler, Lithuania had already changed hands. It was occupied by the Soviet Union in 1944. So Lithuania became a communist Soviet state and stayed that way till 1990. So for Lithuanians, the memories of Soviet occupation are still fresh. This means Lithuania was always likely to choose Germany over Russia, especially because today Germany is a democracy and a fellow NATO member.
Germany's decision to assign a brigade to Lithuania is an example and testimony of much needed leadership and a firm commitment to collective defense.
Lithuania cannot wait to get more German soldiers. The original plan was for Germany to send about 5,000 people by 2027, soldiers, civilians and their families. But Lithuania does not want to wait another 3 years. The country's president made an urgent plea yesterday. He wants Germany to deploy troops, and I'm quoting, as fast as possible. He said Lithuania does not have the luxury to waste 1 minute. Their prime minister also wants more German troops immediately. Her ministers are finalizing the deal, paving the way for more German soldiers.
I think our ministries of defense are on a very good track of finalizing this agreement, and we will be able to sign the relative documents and ratify the documents related to status of German Brigade Lithuania in the parliament this fall.
She expects the deal to get finalized by this autumn. So in the next few months, Lithuania will make arrangements to host 5,000 Germans at a cost of about 800 million euros. It's a steep price, but Lithuania is willing to pay that price for its security. The question is, will it work? Will German troops on its soil actually make Lithuania safer, or will it just serve to anger Russia further?
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. South Africa goes to the polls on the 29th of May. I will track the election and bring you ground reports. is at the end of the road for the African National Congress, and will former President Jacob Zuma stage a dramatic comeback? From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global south. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.